That is just so typically me. Oh, baby, baby, oops, I did it again. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 and Omi Veve update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I was going to be wearing my Superman shirt today, but I did not get a Superman collectible. I'm a little salty about that. I'm so salty that I'm going to go with Earth 2 news first, because Earth 2 news is how this a lot of this all began, at least with the lives and at least with getting partnered with YouTube. I owe all that to Earth 2 now, and the Earth 2 community especially. So that being said, we do have a big piece of news today. We had wasn't a tweet, it was an announcement on Discord. They mentioned it on Facebook, and they might have even tweeted about it. I'm not 100% sure, but it was the fact that Shane had once again said that their whole team is really pushing for a Earth 2 Phase 2 introduction in June, within a couple weeks. And if they don't, definitely in July. Again, nothing is standing in their way. The only reason it was delayed before is because they had to rewrite a whole bunch of things, do an overhaul because of Essence. And now, for the second time, they have released something called Jewel, or they've mentioned something called Jewel or Jewels. And they have teased in the past that the more larger properties that are uninterrupted, like properties that we can't take properties like 750 tiles and take 10 of them and push them somewhere else. Yet we will be able to do that in the future. But that being said, they have said in the past that any large uninterrupted plots of land, there will be certain advantages. And what I think, again, just speculation, is going to happen with these jewels, because they have the chance to appear on any single property, whether it's a 1-tile property, 10-tile, 100-tile, 750-tile property, every single day, although the chances of it being on a 750-tile property is much greater than that on a 1-tile property. And that being said, I do think we're going to be able to take those jewels that have the potential to produce once a day, and they said have something to do with the mining rate. So I think we're going to be able to take those jewels, and let's say resources will be able to mine once every 12 hours. Well, now with a jewel, after every so often, let's say we have 5 jewels or 10 jewels, and then you can upgrade the tiles from being able to do something every 12 hours, and now it does something every 8 hours. So it cuts the time off by 30%. Again, this is just potential. It's just a little theory I have going on in my mind. But that being said, they have not said, they've said that you can take essence from any one place and put it to any other place. So I think the same should be said about jewels. If you have jewels in South Africa or Brazil and you want to bring them to India, or if you have jewels in Canada and Russia, you want to bring them to South America somewhere, in Peru, what this could mean for... Now for Chaveztopia, I'm going to bring resources and essence there. But that being said, because South Africa, a lot of it's probably just going to be fresh water, maybe oil that might be under there, I don't know. But what I might do is I might take some of the jewels that appear in Antarctica and Brazil, whatever, and bring it to somewhere towards Brazil or India, wherever I have resources that maybe I don't have a lot of, or just rare resources. And what I would do is I would take those resources in those other areas. Instead of every 12 hours, now I can get them every 8 hours, whatever, and bring those all to Chaveztopia. Why I'm not going to bring the jewels to Chaveztopia is because I have so many tiles there. They're going to produce so much resources already. And Chaveztopia isn't really supposed to, for me, bring all that many resources. For me, it's just supposed to build that megacity, have the longest road. We have a bunch of shops. We just have a bunch of places in there, games, what have you. All the other places, like I said, South Africa, India, and Brazil, and even was it Azerbaijan, or there's a couple of places that I had when the country opened. I'll do that. I have 750 tiles there, so I have a decent amount. I have 20,000 tiles. There are many people on my subscriptions and Patreon list that have so much more. Ari Realty, Nameless, King Tech Ops, like these guys have hundreds of thousands of tiles, and they're going to be very, 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 very lucky. They're going to be swimming in jewels. The good thing about it is that most of us, we like to do giveaways. Oh, Wraithax with that $5 super chat, and like Superman. So yeah, I guess now it's about time to get over to that V. I put in, ask Ari Realty about it. I put in another $500 into Omi today. Why, Chavez? Didn't you put $1,000 in the other day? Yes, I did, guys. Yes, I did. And why did I put another 500 in? Because this is stupid low. These prices are, again, just my opinions, not financial advice, but literally risking retirement. I did another round of financing, or I'm sorry, advertising on my Trophy Kangaskhan for $300,000. There's a guy named Pallet Poketown or something on Instagram's got like 30,000 followers. I do have a contact at PWCC. They're a giant auction house, and I might just tell the guy, listen, I called him today, he didn't answer. I'll call him back and shoot him a text tomorrow. So like, what do I have to do to sell this? Like, let me fly out, send it to you, and what have you. He has made the offer in the past. He's like, well, we could just lend you like certain money. Like, let's say if it's worth 300,000, and he offers 60% of it. Okay, so figure that's 180,000. I can get that as a loan. It is 12% a year, so it's 1% a month. So it is kind of a lot to have to pay back, but and that's a gamble I don't think I'd want to do, because I get that money, I don't want to have to pay it back. With that being said, I could do that, buy a whole bunch of OMI, and then maybe sell it eventually in the future. In the next couple months, get that money, and then pay him back slowly but surely over the next couple months as OMI and Bitcoin grows. Again, not something I would want to play with fire. God forbid it goes down even further. It's like, oh, well, fudge. I fudged up. Too bad. But yeah, outside of that, I got another $500 today because of what happened this morning with the Superman drop. It was not even, it was maybe 5 seconds and they were sold out. And a little trick for what you guys can do on the Veve app is when it sells out in 5 seconds, okay, go back, click that arrow that makes on the top left. So you go back and then you click back into it. And you keep doing that literally 100 times. And eventually some people that have like bought it, have a reservation, and they don't have one anymore, they can't pay for it, then it goes back to being on sale again. So that happened a couple of times. I saw it in like 3 minutes. Oh, buy now. But then it says, it went from sold out to buy now again. So I go to buy now, and then I could not, I still could not get one, even though that happened 3 times. But yeah, 8,888 sold out. And there's people that got one and then got like 3 or 4 others. What I mentioned the other day, remember that thumbnail that had like maybe 50 of these Batman NFTs? A lot of them the same. So this is something where I am so bullish on, because there's so many people getting a couple of copies. Like I would get Blaine's Charizards, like I would get Blaine's Arcanines, just multiple of the same thing that I really, really like. And some people that are doing this, not everyone is doing it for monetary gain. Some people just like it, like Blaine's Charizard. When I first started buying those, yes, I thought they were really undervalued, but I also really loved the artwork, and I wanted to buy them at that time, not with the intention to sell, but because in the future I knew there would be thousands of dollars, which they are now. Got them for most of the time around 600, just because I like the artwork and I like the historical value in that, and a lot of that set. So yeah, this is something that some people, I see this translated over into the Veve app, and this is with such few people, and there's so few people in. Yesterday we had burned about 2 million OMI, something like that. We burned well over 200 million today. I think honestly it's probably gonna be closer to 250, because there's so many people in the app store already flipping. At first they started 60 gems, 75, 80, and I had 100 gems in there. So as I was trying to go and buy some, or at least one, it said I couldn't for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It might have been because everyone I tried to buy might have just been bought as soon as it was listed. You might have people, snipers literally going in, have it coded to do that, to buy any under a certain price. But now I think minimum is like 150 to be able to go and buy those. So that's something and this is just this is literally the first day, literally like within hours that happened. What's going to happen, again, the first appearance of Superman, less than 9,000 of them. In a couple months when I have 900,000 people, that is, if 1% of those 900,000 people want one, they cannot get them. They can't, because it's impossible. There's less than 9,000 of them. This is bananas. This is ridiculous. This is, if I was ready to pay $100 for one. Will I pay $150 for one? Yeah, maybe. If again, I'll let you guys know. That is stupid. I have not been that flabbergasted by something. Again, in Pokemon, it goes in cycles. 2018 was a buyer's market. Right now we're in a buyer's market as well, although that's about to end very, very quickly. But this Veve app, this is a seller's market for sure, because it's just so hyped right now. And it's so hyped, and there's so little people inside. This is not a multi-billion-dollar industry, you know, like Pokemon or Hello Kitty or Winnie the Pooh or Transformers. Like it has those licenses, but there's literally maybe a couple of 100,000 people, and out of those couple 100,000 people, I guarantee you not all of them are active. I guarantee you there's a lot of them that are just, they have it just to have it. They checked it out, they had downloaded it, but they're not active. Maybe 150, 200,000 users. This is ridiculous. I'm so again just flabbergasted by the amount of that. Anyway, I've been talking for a while, so let's go to the questions here. Nomad with Guitar says, first one here. Heck yeah. He says, you go, Randy. If you can get me to buy into Veve and Omi, it's a game changer. Love you, bro hug. Oh, bro hugs, Nomad with Guitar. Thank you for all the comments. Your comments have been great. I had like 8 comments from you before. I was like, oh, this is great. YouTube algorithm, go. You know what else helps with the YouTube algorithm? Smashing that like button, guys. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world. Yeah. So Nomad, I guess Nomad when he first started was very, very cautious. Very, like yellow light. Like, I'm gonna progress a little bit, but I'm also going to not go full speed ahead. He wanted to see what I was doing first, what other people were doing first, and the fact that I was able to convert him to go spend almost $150 into that Superman one. That's good on me. I'm a good salesman. No, Guitar also says, I wish you could do your live streams like during the day. Every time you do a stream, I'm sleeping. Well, I do it at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in about 12 hours from now, I'll do it again. I don't know if it was sleeping then. But if you're getting ready to go to bed now in the next half hour, apologize. Oh, 15 likes. Thanks, guys. But if every once in a while, when I have either a couple daddy sodas, or every once in a while when like something really big happens, I'll stream during the day. But a lot of times that's used for gym or bank or food shopping. Like I did it again. I got another dozen mini croissants, and I ate 9 of them already. That being said, I did have 2 protein shakes and also honey cured turkey breast and some type of salami, and I'm not gonna lie, that was really good. So yeah. Anyway, enough about my diet. Adam Bozever says, what do you think about the possible lawsuits? I'm not worried about it. Like they've before had, I guess, not threatened. Anyone that goes and spreads lies and misinformation about Earth 2 will probably be dealt with pretty swiftly. Again, a lot of these people that are making these videos that are calling Earth 2 a scam, I don't really pay attention to them anymore. Anyway, it was kind of fun at first, just being like, oh, okay, well, no, all publicity is good in my opinion, and I still think that. But it's, I don't know, it's, like that just seems so negative, like with the lawsuits and drama, and it's like, all right, I just want to be happy. I just want to, can't we all be friends? Like, can't we all just like have a beer? Like, we all at least get into gaming just because we like games. Or at least that's why I get into it. And I mean, Earth 2 is an investment? Yes, absolutely. It's an investment that I think could pay off very handsomely in the future. But I like because I want to play the game. And other people kind of made some videos for entertainment purposes, and then our realty clapped back and is like, well, actually, and then it got to a whole big thing. I think this kind of seems like just like a feud that just gets like really out of proportion, and I'm pretty sure, honestly, in lawsuits, whether Earth 2 tries to sue someone for defamation or somebody else tries to sue Earth 2 to countersue, like the only people that win in lawsuits most of the time are the lawyers. That's it. Yeah. So that's pretty much what happens. But I guarantee you, anyone trying to take Earth 2 to court, Earth 2 has more money than you. So you're not. Good luck. Wes says, probably not a bad idea for Earth 2 to sue YouTubers spreading fake information to ruin Earth 2's image. I mean, I would rather them not, because even Wolfgang said like the work and the game will speak for itself. There's really no reason to try to sue. I get it. It's like, okay, well, if your name is being dragged through the mud, shouldn't you want to be like, hey, that's not true? Yes, probably. I can definitely understand that. But again, I hate wasting money. So let's say it costs like even like $2 million, $5 million, whatever. That's a lot of money to be able to try to sue someone, and then what you're not going to get your money back. Like Big Fry is not like a rich person. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I mean, is that the cost of doing business? Maybe. Christian Velasco says, sup Randy, how are you? Good day at Veve, got both drops, bad day at E2. Sold 8 tiles USA at $18 instead of $180. Oh, everyone press F in the chat to pay respects to Christian Velasco that sold his 8 tiles at pretty much $2.25 a tile as opposed to $180 total. Yeah, that's rough. I feel you on that. Instead of $25 a tile, I sold them for a bit low. So F, pay respects. Respects to that. Oh, all right. So now we're getting to the stuff here. Oh, Vittoria Jean Pascal saying hello, Omi homies, and smooches, my bae. How are you? I love you. How you doing? Adam Bozevert says not sure about that one. They shouldn't put $3 million into lawsuits. Yeah, I don't think they should either. Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. You're being held up by paper towels here, so I'm gonna try to. Okay, there we go. I think that's better. I think that is better. Wes says Smoochie ran this side. No, me and Smooches have never met before. I'm gonna put my brightness up a little bit so as to. There we go. Like I said, me and Smooches have never met before. Although I'm gonna take her to a prom one day, and we're gonna promenade and shake our booties and tail feathers and young people stuff. Yeah. And we got a $9.99 super chat from Nomad with Guitar saying thanks for answering my questions. Fast love your videos. Driving man. You kill my time here is $10. Stop eating that stuff, buy a burger. Oh, okay, yeah, that's great. I will. Yeah, I'll try to make these longer for you. I know drivers have. They need their times filled, so I'll try to make this as long as possible for you. Not gonna lie, after like an hour, my voice starts to hurt. But you know what? I streamed for like 7.5 hours the other day. I did 3.5 hours. That I had like an hour worth of phone calls, and then I streamed for another hour and a half. We'll see where the night takes us. But thank you for that $10 super chat. No matter guitar, that does mean the world to me. All right, let's see what we got here. Chris Aloro says, "Yo, Randy." Oh, what's up, Chris Aloro? Howdy. Sam Brent said, "Did you get a Superman on Veve today?" I did not. And I forgot the other one, Slimer. I will talk about that one tomorrow as well. Oh yeah, so I didn't even talk about what the thumbnail means. Like, did I mention the thumbnail? Veve movies, Veve viral videos. Yeah. So, based on that thumbnail, what do you think is happening? Okay, well, it looks like Joker is somehow holding Supergirl. How is Joker holding Supergirl? He probably bought some kryptonite from Lex Luthor or whatever, and or robbed it from someplace. And well, Supergirl's Superman's cousin, so Kara L, I think is her name, and they're gonna have the same weaknesses. So as that happens, you see Superman in the background getting ready to like knock Joker's head off. Yeah. So what I think that can happen with that is, you know how people with clay would just stop motion videos, switch a frame, click, switch a frame, click, and then it makes like a really cool movie. What I think can happen with this is people using a bunch of these NFTs to tell a story. Again, picture's worth 1,000 words. I guarantee you, if you asked me to write 1,000 words about what's happening in there, I could double, I could triple it. NaNoWriMo DC edition. Here we go. That is easy to do with just that. You could tell stories. You can literally make comic books just from that. Have someone post all the stuff just with the limited amount of NFTs we have, not including writers going in chat bubbles. This is incredible. Again, with so many different Batman characters. Again, you have. Wouldn't it be awesome to read a story or read a comic book about something like that, but then, poof, in a flash, again, Veveverse, you see the DeLorean come in. Who gets out of the DeLorean? Slimer gets out of the DeLorean. What's Slimer doing in the DeLorean? It's like that thing where Patton Oswalt goes on to Parks and Rec, and he does a filibuster, and he's talking about Star Wars, and then Thanos with a lightsaber or whatever, because Disney owns Marvel and is owns Star Wars, so you have all of these different things in there. We could do that literally in the Veveverse, and there's nothing to say that we can't. I mean, there might be some copyright infringements if we try to take profit off that, but what you could do is you say, okay, well, I don't want profit for this, like what Team 4-Star did. They made a killing off of Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z Abridged, not from that particular ad revenue, but because they sold merch and they had Patreon or whatever. You're going to be able to do that with this. Make a story or make something cool. And there's, I think, a subreddit called like what's a story in 4 words or 10 words. You could definitely do that with these really awesome NFTs, these pictures. I believe that is another reason why we have a bunch of artists come in as well. So Moving on. Again, rate that $5 super chat talking about Superman. Just, did you get 5 Superman? I don't know. Ryan Merrick, what's going on, bud? Says, I'm down to the point I can only afford $200 a month to invest. I was going to split it evenly between Bitcoin and OMI, but would I be better served in the long term to put into OMI or Bitcoin? Well, OMI is definitely riskier, but I would say, honestly, the only reason I'm putting money into Bitcoin is really just to hedge my bet. Bitcoin is obviously, I think, going to be $1 million a coin before the end of the decade. Again, just my opinion. But at the same time, OMI is going to grow so much quicker than Bitcoin. Again, just my opinion. Don't you wish I gave you? Don't you wish you sold me that Charizard now, Ryan Merrick? Yeah, I would say go into. If you go into OMI, knowing that if you put $200 a month in for right now, and that OMI could have at any time, or again, don't put any money in that you need or that you're not willing to lose. But that's just, if you just want to YOLO it, gamble, really roll the dice, roll the weighted dice, because again, let's be real, we have a winner here. Yeah, I'd say go with OMI, but it is never a bad idea to have Bitcoin. Like, you could put all of that into Bitcoin. You could not touch OMI. And I would still say, yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's an investment. That's a solid investment. Much safer than any other crypto out there. Even though the returns won't be as great but even though they will be great, but they won't be as great as other things. So, yeah. How I Made says, you should do another interview with Taps and other OMI YouTubers, Randy. Those are fun. I did one with Non-Fungible Wonderful the other day, and then I'm doing one with Dan Lee. If you don't know who Dan Lee is, he's very big. He started a couple months ago, and he already has well over 1,000 subscribers. He's going to get partnered very quickly, as long as he has those, I think, 5,000 viewed hours he needs. I'm going to do one with him on Monday. I'll do it with anyone. Taps trades would be great. I think we've even talked about it. He's just very busy a lot because, again, he works. He's got a big boy job, probably a couple big boy jobs. And it's just hard to find time. Plus, he's making videos on the side. He does go live every once in a while. But yeah, that'd be fun. We actually talked about meeting at a Comic-Con together because, I don't want to say any spoilers here. But thank you guys for 20 likes. But Taps Trades, he's a nerd. He's my kind of nerd. He was Majin Buu. He was, I think, Cloud. He was. He sees in one of his videos, like his most recent video. Go to it, and in the middle of it, he shows 6 different cosplays that he's done. It's if he's gone to San Diego or Dragon Con or New York Comic Con, I'm pretty sure I've seen him before. If our paths might have crossed at one point. Yeah, Top Trades is great. And he mentioned me in one of the videos, oh man, you're the best. Vittorio Jean Pascal says, I bought 3 low-price Superman. My goal is to resell 2 of them and buy more OMI inside the app when their price will triple or more. Hope they will implement this function before OMI price triples. Yeah, this is again. I don't know how long it's going to be down here for. I'm going to hypothesize another month until San Diego Comic-Con, and then maybe after that it goes up a little bit. But again, no matter how many people know about it, it is hard to buy. Trying to get my friend Mark, who's not he's into investing. He invests mostly in stocks, but he has some Bitcoin. But trying to get him to try to buy OMI literally did not work. Ooh, my chest again. It's not even my chest. It happened this morning. Maybe from sitting down. I don't know. And he's not old. I mean, he's 50. Yeah, he's 50. He's gonna be 51 later this year. But even with him, it's okay. It's a little challenging, and it didn't work. Partly because Bitcoin wouldn't recognize the he had just bought Bitcoin, and he was gonna send me the OMI. I was gonna send Aria. He was gonna send me the Bitcoin. I was going to send Aria Realty the Bitcoin, and he would go and put it into his Bitforex, and then he would send the OMI to probably just his Trust Wallet, because I had him get one as well. And if you get a Trust Wallet, again, write down those words that they give you, screenshot it, take a picture, email it to yourself. Yeah. Moving on, Vittorio Jean Pascal says, the floor price for Superman soon should be 300. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. That's probably about right. I would not put it past it to eventually go to 500. Again, this is just the first day, so there might be some cooling effect. There might be a certain amount of a time where the price actually drops, just because we had a lot of hype, a lot of growth really quickly. It literally tripled, and it might go higher. Again, we might have a little bit of a retrace, but again, long term, moon. When moon, this moon. Superman's mooning. I don't know when, but we know it's happening. Earth 2 giveaway says, hola, what's up, Earth 2 giveaway? So I mentioned Guidebook Gaming a lot, which I was just viewing before I live stream, because Guidebook Gaming does free giveaways every stream, and Earth 2 giveaways on his videos also gives out, literally the name is Earth 2 giveaways, gives away tiles. Like, dude is a champion. Dude is a champion. Anton says, what do you think about the videos of that say E2 is a scam? I mean, they're well made. Like, if you're on the outside, you never heard of Earth 2 before, and you look at that, and it's presented like it is a scam. You're like, oh, this is dangerous. But anyone that looks into it for themselves, like, oh, okay, so what these guys did was they used footage and they used old data that was months old. And for me, I have a little bit of respect for them doing a very good job at trying to trick people into thinking that it's a scam. But again, anyone that does their own research is like, all right, these guys, they made a movie. Like, they made a movie to make you think a certain way. And it works on a lot of people. But for the people that look into it themselves, that are a little bit intelligent, or even average or even below average intelligence, they just, oh, actually, yeah, no, this is real. They're, you could put two and two together and see why they're doing that. But for the most part, I just ignore them now, just because it's easy to ignore. I like to keep my life pretty positive, and I like to be around happy people. Speaking of happiness, we got Wes with a $4.99 super chat saying, bro, trying to help my friend buy Omi, and he got too frustrated trying to do the process and not buying now. Once it gets on big exchanges, it's mooning. Yeah, I definitely agree 100%. And we don't know when it is. They were supposed to get on a new exchange in May. They will probably do it. I think they're going to wait until Ethereum 2.0 comes out, which, if they do that all at once, I hope that's going to be that catalyst. There's like a bunch of catalysts in the future. Like, again, if they go on like a smaller exchange, that's not really going to help or hurt it that much. It's like, okay, maybe one or two people, if it's easier for a small percentage of people, yeah, that might help. Just to get it more exposure. People that go to this one, oh, what is this? And then they look at it and it's like, oh, okay, it might help a little bit, but until it gets on like a Binance or a Kraken or Coinbase, yeah, it's those exchanges might have little blips on the radar for us. But yeah, Wes, once other people get in, especially some people with money, like I said, it only costs a couple $100,000 to really move the price. So yeah. Let's see. Before then, we got Chris Alero, Vittoria Jean Pascal, and Wes saying F in the chat for that guy that sold his US tiles for $18. Rip. And again, Nomad with Qatar, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Saying thanks for answering questions really quickly. Love your videos. Driving man, you kill my time here. $10. Stop eating that stuff. Buy a burger. I will totally buy a burger. Burgers are so good. There's this place called Belfast Gastropub near me. It's in Lindenhurst, and boy, they have a mac and cheese burger. It's like a mac and cheese jalapeno burger. Oh, it's so good. And they also have lobster bisque. My mouth is literally watering. I got. Did you enjoy those drinking sounds? Was that a good ASMR tool? Sorry, I just did that for 30 different people. But yeah, those are great. So no matter what guitar, I will enjoy that burger next month when I get that. And yeah, thanks for that. I'll try to make this stream a long one for you. Noah Guitar says, LOL. How I made to Supergirl let her guard down because her OMI investments have been tanking hard. So actually, speaking of OMI investments, if you look at like the 24-hour or 7-day chart, it's not that bad. The 1-month chart, you're down like 40-50%. The 3-month chart as of today, it's down like 72%. But tomorrow, the 3-month chart will show a lot more than that, because the 3-month chart now is the 17th says it was at like 0.008 cents or whatever. But tomorrow the chart will show 3 months from this date, 3 months ago, will have been over a penny. So it will be the biggest drop in. It's going to be like 80%, 90%, something like that. And I'm here for it. I can't wait. I'm going to take a screenshot of it and be like, and I'm gonna make like this really awesome thumbnail. Like, why am I putting $100,000 into a coin that's dropped 80% in 3 months? Chavez, are you crazy? You're gosh damn right, I'm crazy. I am so bullish on this. What was that? Yeah, OMI price has been tanking hard. All the more reason for me. Like, I liked it at 0.008 and 0.007. I really liked it at 0.005 at half a penny. Then a third. I love it at these prices. I want to make babies with these prices for OMI. I want to start a family with these prices. So anyway, it is a half hour, so time for my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Should we do more Britney Spears? I don't know another song. Tell me why he ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why he ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say. So guys, I hope you like the Backstreet Boys. Ryan Merrick says sitting on 3 million OMI. Honestly, Ryan Merrick, at this point, just put the rest in the Bitcoin. That's a good amount of OMI. Now for me, I'm telling you, I can't get enough. I put in another $500 today. I have probably close to 11 million. I probably have 10.7 million right now. And like I said, I'm going so hardcore trying to sell everything that I can to buy more, and then again just having some for that crypto to come out, because if Earth 2 comes out with Jewels or Essence, or the crypto is announced, that's soon. They want to do that soon, by the end of June. That's in a couple weeks. That's like no time at all. That being said, I don't expect them to do it in June. I will be very happy if they wait until July to get that done, because it's too soon for me. And I know a bunch of people like, we've been waiting for this for months now. Yes, we have, but I'm not ready. I'm not liquid enough. I need to be very liquid for this to work. But Ryan Merrick, 3 million, you'll be a millionaire in my opinion, but well before the decade's over. Multimillionaire before, again, just my opinion. How I Made says OMI volume on Bitforex is drying up. Looks like we can see low volume pump very soon. I don't know how much volume is considered low volume. I think Bitforex is the biggest one that it's on though, right? That's the one that people get the most from, and I don't have any of the charts right in front of me. But I think AscendX and what was the other one? Gate.io, I think they carry much less. I think it's a lot harder to fill big orders. JP, the guy that's got like 124 million OMI, he did it all on Bitforex, which is the biggest one right now, and it took like forever. It took like a day for that order to fill. And again, that's just someone putting in a couple $100,000. If you have someone that's worth $20 million and they want to put $1 million into this because that's 5%, that's going to take a long time to fill. That might take multiple days to fill that order. Again, it's my opinion. Again, you also have to have sellers. So as the price goes up, let's say if it goes up to 0.004, people that bought at 0.002, they might take the quick profit. Be like, yeah, okay, you know what, double my money. Nice for a day's work. They basically just went to a casino and just gambled a little bit. Yeah. Nomad with Guitar says, gotta go now. Watch rest tomorrow. Make it long. I'll have a great night, man. Love your videos and energy. Keep it going. And it's a shame your mom don't believe in you. I'll get a job. Thank you. Nomad, I will talk to you later. Good chatting, man. So for those of you that missed my stream this morning, I had a conversation with I forget how it got brought up. It was a conversation with my mom about I don't even know what it was about or how it got brought up, but it was just saying, she's like, well, how long are you gonna, how long can you not work for? And I was like, well, I'm retired. I don't need a job. I was like, well, when you're 60, you're gonna basically saying like, when I told her like, well, in a couple of years I'll probably be a millionaire. Within 2 years, probably next year, maybe even by the end of this year. And she's like, yeah, okay, Randy, whatever you say. I was like, well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Mom. But honestly, I love people like that. I love it when people say, like, you can't do something. I loved it when teachers would be like, yeah, he's lazy. Like, no, I'm not lazy. I'm just disinterested in the BS you're trying to push down my throat. Like, no, I am very motivated when it's work, when it's something that I have a goal in mind. But if it's something I'm not interested in that has no value on my life, I'm not gonna be interested. I'm not gonna pretend to be interested. I'm not gonna lie to you. I respect you enough to not lie to you. Say straight to your face, like I don't see the point in this. This is BS. So I did not do well in school. So people are saying, oh, get good grades, go to college. Like, am I a good Charlotte song right now? Go to college, a university, get a real job. It's what they said to me. And yeah, living proof. You don't need school. You don't need college education to be successful. Had I done what my parents wanted to go to school like for whatever, I probably would never do the military. I'd still be working by now. I'd probably have $50,000 worth of debt. Yeah. Parents are not always right, even though that they love you. A lot of time, most times, sometimes, parents, they might try to do what they think is right, but what was right in their generation most likely is not right now as far as life goes. Again, just my opinion. Junior Sanchez says, hey Randy, I'm late, but I'm here. Got number 1796 Superman and 693. You mad lad. How'd you get that, Junior Sanchez? Oh my god, this is incredible. I'm jelly. I'm so jelly. Good for you. Like, I gotta take a minute to just Goldbagger says, go to the moon, shoon. For those of you that don't know, that are here just for Omi, what a lot of Australians do, they pronounce the S's in a really weird way. Like, when you say the word assume, make an ass out of you and me, no, they say assume, or they say something else like that. Like, so when Shane says soon, a lot of times he'll say shoon, and he'll type it like that, SHOON, and that's just a kind of an inside joke, I guess, with Earth 2 peeps. And Wes saying that $4.99 super chat, I appreciate it. Trying to help a friend buy Omi, got too frustrated during the buying process, didn't buy any now. Once it gets on the big exchange, it's gonna moon. Yeah, when it does get on that Coinbase or Binance or Kraken, that's gonna be a big one. I hope it goes on Binance more than Coinbase, even though it would greatly benefit me if it were on Coinbase, because I could buy and sell very, very easily. I wouldn't have to go to a third, but for whatever reason, Binance just doesn't work for me. I think it's just because I'm in New York. But as far as going on Binance, though, you want to go on there because thank you guys for 25 likes. Big money goes into Binance. When I say that, because up to a certain amount, Binance will have a tax, so to speak, or a fee. But after a certain amount, that fee no longer exists. But for Coinbase, they have that fee regardless of the amount you put in. So a lot of big money goes through Binance just because they save on fees. So when that happens, and you have someone with $20 million that wants to put in 7 figures in this, $1 million, yeah, or even if they have $1 million, they just want to put $2 million, they want to put 5 figures into this. They want to put $100,000, whatever. That is a lot, and I'd rather that go through Binance than Coinbase, just because that's better for the person that's buying. And if they're buying on that amount, I'm hoping that they're buying to hold. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Grandmaster Mawwow says, how long did it take for Decentraland from start to reach 5K a tile? Years? Probably. Also, I think they have a much smaller space than Earth 2 does. They have and that's the advantage of them growing quickly, is because that space fills up very quickly, and I think it was, I forget what company it was, paid $750,000 to pay for a plot of land in Decentraland just to build a virtual mall. Okay, yeah, that's a thing, and it might not happen as quickly with Earth 2 because you have the whole world. But that being said, there are definitely warring parts of the world in Earth 1, but for Earth 2, where a lot of it's going to be in the warring world, I guarantee you, once that gameplay comes out, there's going to be a lot of other people buying 750 plot lands, no matter the cost, because they want to be the ones to host some warring worlds. They might purchase 10 750 tile plots to make it a nice 7,500 tile plot. I feel like SpongeBob. We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this. They might do that just because whoever has the biggest one, the biggest plot of tiles, people are going to want to fight on that. Like, again, in the Cell games, when Cell is fighting Goku, after a little while, they're like, would you really have been satisfied if you beat me, due to a ring out? So they blow the ring up, and now they have the whole world, like Goku versus Majin Buu, an entire planet was their ring. So the bigger, the better. Again, small maps can sometimes be fun, but You really want something that's really big in order to feel like a kind of a Hunger Games or a Battle Royale type of vision. You want as big a world as possible. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I might have to rethink, because I have a 750 tile plot in Chaveztopia specifically dedicated for the Warring World to host things, but I have a bunch of tiles in India and Brazil that I just might want to add on to. They're so expensive, though. They're so expensive. Wasn't it great when tiles were like 12 cents a tile? Yeah, it's fantastic. Ryan Merrick says, and I did end up selling my Zard a few months ago for 21K to a guy in Europe. Oh, damn, Daniel. At it again with the high sales. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Ryan Merrick had a first edition PSA 7 Charizard from base set, so it's the original one, and it was signed by Mitsuhiro Arita. And the signing, I think the autograph got a 9 or something like that, or it was close to 10. It was a really, really good card. And the only reason it got a 7 because the centering was so off. But outside of that, it's just a fantastic card. So congrats to that dude in Europe. And congrats on that sale. It's a nice 5-figure sale. The Bowl Combo, what's going on, buddy? He says, hey, Randy, hope you're having a great night. I am the Bowl Combo even more now that you're here. I have missed you. It's been a while since we have spoken. I hope you're doing well, Bowl Combo. I mention you all the time on here. George17 says, doesn't Ecomi provide liquidity on Bit4X for one of their wallets? For one of their wallets. I mean, they provide liquidity on there just because they're on there, but again, doesn't matter how much they have, there has to be sellers. Again, for there to be light, there has to be darkness. But for people to fill orders, they have to have people selling. And I feel like I don't see people selling right now. I see a lot of people buying, a lot of people wishing that the price would go higher so they could sell, but it makes sense that even at 0.0035, that order wasn't filled too quickly. It took a day, but again, we're talking about a decent amount of money. In my opinion, most people don't have 6 figures to put in. I don't right now. The only reason I will is because I'm selling a card. But for other people that are just putting in $1,000, $500, $100, a week or a month or whatever, those will be filled pretty quickly. But it's the bigger ones, like the big people. Like I said, I'm sperm of the sperm whale. Some people will be having 100 million Omi, and it's like, wow, that's so much. Again, and he got in at a pretty good price, 0.0035, 0.00, half a penny. You had that one guy, I forget his name, but he put in $150,000 when it was close to a penny, and he had like 16 million Omi. I imagine this guy is dollar cost averaged in. I feel almost bad that I put in 1/5 of his, and I have 60% of his of the amount that he has right now. So I will I'll close that gap as time goes on. But yeah, moving on. George17 says, sorry, just answered that. Ryan Merrick says the auto got a 10. Oh, that's incredible. The autograph got a 10. Good for them. Jerome Poise says, hey there, Bull Combo. Oh, I love it when my friends are just talking to each other. Even on Facebook back in the day when I was very, very political when I was younger. Also very conspiracy theorist when I was younger. When I would see friends like from when we had gone on, let's say, a Ron Paul page, and then I had friends from like a conspiracy page or whatever, and then they were talking together on somebody else's stat. I was like, oh my god, you guys know each other? That's so cool. We just really let our freak flags fly back in the day. Brad Merrick says, when we moon, I want to buy it back from him. When we moon, I'm going to buy a different Trophy Kangaskhan card. This guy named SM Pratt, considered the Prince of Pokemon, has a Trophy Kangaskhan PSA 10 that was featured in the ASMR magazine. So it's a little bit of history with that. Mine, I definitely want to. Can't believe I'm selling mine. I can't believe it. But I have to do it for Omiya. And will it hurt to buy back? Let's say I sell it for $250. And let's say I have to buy it back for $350. Okay, I'll do that. If I like 10x my money, I'm completely fine with that. Paying an extra 100K, and it's like, okay. Again, I won't do that recently though, because like I said, I believe Omi has much more to go. I believe it has such room to run over the next few years. And Cavell Anderson came out with a video today that said like $10 in the next 10 to 15 years, and I love the enthusiasm. I really do. But I would say $10 by 2040, in 19, 20 years, is like, okay, yeah, it's possible. 10 to $10 in 10 to 15 years is or is it $10 to $15 in 10 years? Whatever he said is like, that's a lot. Like that's a lot. I don't care how big the burn rate is. That's a lot in that short amount of time, especially this decade. If we, like I said, I think $1 by 2025, maybe $3 by 2030. If he's saying triple that by 2030, that's just so much. That mean it would have to consistently grow after going to 10 cents the end of this year and doubling by the end of 2022. It would have to continuously grow by 50% each year. $1.50. What's $1.50? Yeah, because after 2026, I think it would lose that 50% growth year over year, and it would have to maintain that. So I just don't see that happening, for that long. Volcom says, hello, Jerome. So yeah, outside of, again, Earth 2, from what I mentioned before, could probably benefit from people doing viral videos on TikTok or viral videos. And what I said, not just they themselves, I mean us, the people. Like, people are telling stories with the Veve NFTs, with, Joker choking Supergirl, and Kal-El, Superman's got to go rescue her. Again, I'll tell you a story right now. We have Joker. There's no Lex Luthor NFT right now, but Joker he goes to Lex Luthor and maybe gets kryptonite somehow, and then he pays somebody else, because he's got a little bit of money, to kidnap, let's say, Kara's Supergirl's love interest, and it kidnaps him, and he tells Supergirl, like, well, see, if you go anywhere near this person, it's set to blow up, whatever. I have a bomb strapped to your lover's arm, and if I see you flying around anywhere toward him, I'm gonna blow him up. So meet me here. And he meets her there, and that's where he's got the kryptonite. And his bigger plan that nobody saw coming is to have Superman come in, because the only reason Lex Luthor would give him some kryptonite is so that he can put Superman in there at a certain spot, and then Green Arrow comes in and shoots him with a kryptonite-based arrow tip. Like, something like that would be so heckin' cool. And then Batman comes out of nowhere. You see the Justice League. You see, I'm not even gonna put Hal Jordan. I'm gonna put like John Stewart Green Lantern coming in. And then what's this? Because we know Veve has Marvel. They haven't officially announced it, but could you imagine Ultron coming in, having to score to settle with the Green Lantern Corps because of a plot foiled on another universe? Like, that would be insane. That would be so heckin' insane. And I know it's just those three people that are in those three NFTs in there, but I can't help my mind just going where it goes. So anyway, Jerome Hueze says, I wish E2 would have parental accounts. I bought some tile for my daughters. One day, I hope. I think at one point, the one thing that I was slightly annoyed at is when they had said, somebody asked a question, I think it's in the FAQ, it's in the FAQ, where somebody says, what happens if we die? Who gets our account? And basically they said, well, we haven't really accounted for that yet, but don't give your credentials to anyone. Like, well, if you don't give your credentials to anyone, how is someone supposed to go into your account if you die? Right now, Aria Realty has my logins. Gave that to him while he was here for that Tesla video and all that. We were on Guidebook Gaming that night as well. But yeah, we if you have, like, put it somewhere safe, put it in a safe, like, all right, so this is what I would do, Jerome Hueze. Oh, hey, Smooches. Smooch is saying hi to Bowl Combo. Oh, God, you guys are great. I love you guys. So, Jerome Hueze, if I were you, I would just write down the logins, put it in a safe deposit box, put it in, whatever. Place where you keep, like, your birth certificates, place where you keep their, whatever. Bonds if you have them. And what I would do is, I would say, put that in there, and I don't know how old your daughters are. I'll let them know, like, hey, in the future, maybe put it in a trust also, because there's a reason why people don't let their nieces and nephews and daughters and grandkids have money until they're like 25. Because kids tend to be not smart when they're younger. And even me, if I was 19 and I was working like 3 different jobs to just pay for my apartment and just to have a car payment, or insurance on the car, and I had somebody give me something that I didn't really fully understand, I would be like, okay, well, this will actually help. Maybe I can get a better car with this. Maybe I could, just make my life a little easier. And I would sell it not knowing that in the future, oh, I probably should have hung on to that. Yeah, probably should have done that. So maybe a trust, and then have the trust mature at like 25, or if they're in school, maybe have the trust give it to them at like 23 if they go for their masters or something, if that's what they do. If we're all not rich at that point, if you're not an Omi millionaire, or if you haven't made buku bucks on Earth 2 at that time, at that point, then just it doesn't matter. Be like, hey guys, it's a family heirloom. Please don't sell. It means a lot to me. But again, once it's theirs, then I don't know. E2 Treasure Hunt says, I got an 849 Superman, and you're right. Low mint is the only way for rarity on drops like this. Yeah. I mean, these, I think they're rare in general, but yeah, anything under 1,000. And somebody got, they got 0.4 something before. I was like, oh my God, that's insane. The drops and the rarity of these are, and again, if you want that added extra layer of rarity, just get a low mint number. You have to pay through the nose for it, but if you're a collector and you want that. Sorry guys, I've been really thirsty today. I ran this morning, and first off, my hammies are killing me right now. But outside of that, yeah, I've been drinking a lot today. It was very hot. I ran after my stream, so it was like 12 o'clock, give or take, when I did that. Oh, Bull Combo saying hi to Smooches. You know what? I do have a crush on Smooches. Bull Combo, Smooches. I don't know if you guys are actually single, but I kind of ship you guys. You guys are just like, oh, you're so cute. Jerome Poyeze says, that is true, makes sense, but also playing E2 with me. Yeah, I don't know how old your daughters are, but part of what I like to do when I was living with my friend Mark, and his daughter was young. She was like, I think 14, 15 at the time, and she would had a Nintendo Classic, and we would play old school games together. It was like broken, so it had like 800 different games. So we would start with the original Super Mario Bros. I tried Super Mario Bros. 2. I remember having issues with that game when I was younger, and I still have issues with that game to this day. I cannot beat it for the life of me. But Super Mario Bros. 3, that took us like a while, but we beat that. And then Felix the Cat we were playing. Like, it's fun to pass things on to the next generation. Old games that she knew nothing about. She would play Fortnite, and we'd play Among Us, and she'd play Minecraft and Roblox, and we'd watch other people do that, and it was fun. But actually, like, hey, look at this game. This game is fun. And it's like, oh wow, like, and yeah, it's good passing it on to the next generation. So I hope they're old enough for you to play with them, or I hope this comes out in time for you to play with them. That'd be really fun. I'm really excited. I hope. Send me a Christmas card. Smooches says, Jerome, hopefully they will have under 18 accounts at some point. There is definitely a demand for them. Yeah, I think so too. That would also make sense, because if you have I don't know how long that would be okay for. Because obviously, as parents, you let's say if there is some X-rated stuff in there, which there probably will be, you're going to be able to find that. But honestly, I think even like a 12 or like 13-year-old and go on like random sites and be like, yes, I am 18, click. So I think they would be able to do that fairly easily. But yeah, as a parent, I guess you do want that level of control, or at least for you to think you have a level of control, because very hard to keep to shelter the kids away from the world. And I also don't think you should want to. Well, again, when they're young, you probably should. Again, I'm not a parent. I'm not gonna try to tell people how to raise their kids. Just yeah, they'll probably do that at some point. I think the E2 devs are really just preoccupied right now with a bunch of other things going on. So Smooches is married. I didn't know if that said you were married for 21 years or you were married and you're 21 years. But then you said, comma, I'm old, LOL. So you've been married for 21 years. So I'm going to put you at least 39, unless you got married in a state where you can get married at like 16 or 17. But yeah, I'm going to say 39, maybe 40. Either way, I still want to take it prom. I still want to. I too am not over the hill. I'm 30 and my body's not the same as it was when I was younger, but still love you, Smooches. I'm dating a 47-year-old, and so I like the older women. Bull Combo says, I'm married, but you're hilarious, Randy. Oh man, both of y'all are married? Now Kith. Like, am I Mike Tyson holding two pigeons together? Now Kith. You guys are so cute. I love you guys. We should all do like we should do a quadruple date. So me and Danielle, and then Smooches and your hubby, and Bull Combo and your partner, and then Aria Realty and Aria Realty's partner. And then, yes, that would be a very fun time. Drew said, the leaked audio of Tanner saying that supposedly Shane will spend $3 million on lawsuits is insane. If true, imagine what they could use that money on for game development. Just ignore the haters. Yeah, I mean, again, Earth 2 is pretty liquid, so I would rather them not spend that money on any type of lawsuit. I would rather I mean, they might be thinking like, well, if we nip this in they might be thinking, okay, well, if enough people, they try to file, let's say, like a class action lawsuit because they get enough people that bought tiles at, let's say they bought tiles at $40 a tile in the U.S. tiles, but they said, oh, they can't sell it. Now they need to sell because they have a car payment coming up or rent payment, and they have to sell for like $15 or $20 a tile, whatever now. And I say, well, I lost money. I was like, okay, yes, because you put in money that you shouldn't have put in because I think what they would want to do is probably, if I were them, maybe do this just to nip this in the bud and say like, oh, see, someone tried to sue us, it didn't work out. Easier to spend, a couple $1 million now as opposed to in the future trying to spend several $1 million in the future, and then maybe it comes at an inopportune time. Again, get things out in the open right away. So that this way in the future. Again, I don't know if that's their mindset. I don't know if that audio is true. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if... Now, I don't know Tanner. Tanner apparently had said something in the past that didn't exactly go with what was actually going on. So maybe people call him like a liar or dishonest or whatever. Tanner's still young. Maybe Tanner is a bit of a hothead. Maybe Tanner's having a knee-jerk reaction, just said something and spoke for everyone else when he wasn't supposed to. Again, I have zero idea. So everything take it with a grain of salt, and yeah, ignoring is probably the best. Smooches said, I love the list. Well, it's Mike Tyson. You got to do it. I was thinking about taking it with 2 croissants and going, now Kith. So I'll say that story. Remind me, guys, to tell you a story in the future about this horrible, horrible thing that we were doing to one of the new guys at the shops when I was in the military. This new guy from Guam, I think his name was, I forget his name was Riddick? Forget his last name, but basically they said, I'll just tell you guys right now, it said, hey Chavez, just pretend you have a list, let's mess with the new kid. I was like, oh, okay, and we did this one time before to some kid that was white as a ghost, like male goth, like emo kid, and they said like, oh, just pretend you only speak Spanish. And that was fine for a little while until he spoke Spanish, and I was like, oh, well, this is a horse. My Spanish is not that good. So, but the one time we for a list, like, hey, I'm Chavez, how's it going? And we kept it going for a good 30 minutes before this guy Puente just started just cackling. Like, he didn't know what was going on. We didn't tell him about it. He came back from a mission, and he's like, Chavez, what did you get punched in the mouth? Like, no. And then, yeah, that was a fun time. That was a really fun time. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to say that prediction price for Earth 2. Well, HG Rock is doing hot dog stands. He buys a couple tiles in every megacity because he wants to have a chain of hot dog stands. That's the other thing that I haven't gone over. I haven't gone over branding. If you have something like HG Rock is doing hot dog stands, or you have something that's like, oh, here's a penguin game, in Chaveztopia, but there's going to be a penguin game in Africa. Like, Chavez, what are penguins doing in Africa? Have you not seen was it Zoo of Madagascar, Madagascar Zoo, the animated one with Chris Rock with the polka dot afro? Sorry, my throat. I can't do my Chris Rock impression. If you have something, the game in every single continent or every single country, that would actually be fun to have in every country. Yeah, that's a brand. That's something that's a franchise, and you'd be able to sell that for buku bucks. It's like, hey guys, I'm really stressed out on trying to, work 30 of these stands at once, and I don't have a lot of help. The person that was going to help me with it is not helping, and some people want to play on different continents, and they just want to sell. They're making money, but they're really stressed out, and they want to sell it for, I don't know, $8,000, $50,000, whatever it is. Okay, if you put in the work, again, if you want to, you're there's a very good chance people can make a lot of money in this, but like anything else, like TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, like it's going to take work. We have the advantage of being first to market. We have the advantage of getting there first, but you are going to have to work. Again, cream rises to the top. Same way why capitalism works so well is because you have it forces the average lifestyle, like the average, what's that called, standard of living, that rises to the top because a rising tide raises all ships. That goes the same for capitalism. That goes the same for content on YouTube and TikTok. It's grinding, putting in a lot of hours, a lot of content. I don't really do written word. I do some funny stories on Facebook with Beanie statuses and Sweetmate and Kara and the crazy military days. But like My Name is Human podcast does a lot of written word, articles like every other day, and I don't do that. But someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, who does like the written word on like LinkedIn, he does written word somewhere else. He does TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. He does mass text messages. If you have someone that's really, really driven, and you just, let's say you have a deal with your wife or your parents or whatever, that says like, hey, I need to do this. I need to take off work for like a year. And after a year, if it doesn't work out, if I'm not making money, I will go back to doing whatever I was. But there's a chance that I can make some real money getting big on this. I'm going to put out my content on R2, on YouTube, everywhere, and I'm going to build an audience. I'm going to build a brand, and that's something that could potentially feed me. That could make me a lot of money. And if it's successful, it could really make me a lot of money, like life-changing money. Like, again, what people are doing with Omi right now, a couple $1,000s can make you a millionaire in the future. Oh God, that's so insane. It's so insane to say that. I've never seen, and again, this whole thing could be not. I have seen it once. I have seen ENZC. It was Enzalytic, so it's Echo November Zulu Charlie. That was at like not even half a penny, or maybe it was like 6.006. It was 0.6 of 1 penny, and it wound up going to 90 cents in like 3 months. It was a bunch of guys in the office that were working with me that were making so much money with that, and I missed out because I didn't look into it. I was too busy. That is the only other time I've seen something with the amount of, even with Tesla, when I was putting in, I was putting in knowing that it was going to go up a lot. I was going to maybe triple, quadruple, whatever, and I still think it'll 10x by 2030, but it's only going to 10x from here by 2030. As far as Omi goes, it's going to 10x before the end of this. They're going to probably 10x before the end of summer. I'm going to go out on a limb saying it's going to have 10x before the end of summer. What did Rick Britt say? I missed it. Retracted. Message retracted. So it is an hour. So it is time to do a Patreon member shout out. What is it going to be? Watermelon sugar high? No. All right. Oh man, I did Britney Spears, and then what did I do? I did the Tell Me Why, and then it says, 'cause I want it all, or nothing at all. I forget the rest of the song, it's now or never. I think that was O-Town, I think. That's a real throwback. I don't know what the hell made me think of that song. Moving on. Yeah, so if you work your butt off, I believe that this is life-changing opportunity here with Earth 2. Again, if you're not into Omi, if you're not someone that says like, hey, I don't really have money to invest, but I do have time. And the time is I only have a couple tiles here in whatever country you have in Earth 2, but there you could make a mini game, and that mini game you could go and get a whole bunch of people going and playing. Line out the door, and why it makes sense to buy in different countries. When you make a little bit of money, hey, let me open one of these in China. Let me open one of these in Brazil or USA, wherever, because then some people just won't go outside their country. Some people, they might go and look, but they might not understand. Get someone that is bilingual and speaks multiple languages, and you go and when you make a little bit of money from one place, go and open up in a second place. Do what you can, and again, find your limits and try to break through them. And yeah. Moving on, I'm gonna try to go a little bit longer for Nomad with Guitar, and I don't know what else to go for. We talked for an hour already. So in Non-Fungible Wonderful's live stream I did on Monday or Tuesday, I forget what day it was, we had just talked about a lot of things. I forget what it was. In Dan Lee on investing. Dan Lee is I think his Twitter name is Asian Dan. He's really funny. Like the first 30 seconds of every video he puts on a skit. He's really good. And when he said he got, again, you can do it just with YouTube, but he wanted to make a YouTube specifically to talk about OMI, specifically talk about what he likes about it, and Taps Trades did the same thing about crypto and investing. And it's weird how a bunch of people that are successful are all talking about the same thing. Like it's not a meme coin. It's not someone saying like, oh, I like Doge for the meme, and credit to those guys that got Doge for the meme, not knowing, or maybe they did know. They say like, hey, you know what, memes. Never underestimate the power of a stupid people at large. And I'm not saying that they're stupid. Some people will be very, very smart and say like, yeah, people are going to buy this coin just because it's a meme, and they have the foresight to do that. I did not, because I don't like the fundamentals of it, but a bunch of other successful people are going and talking about this coin. Okay, when the average intelligence of people that are looking at this and can tell the future based on what this is doing and based on past projects. Now, Taps Trades and me and Dan Lee on investing, you can make the argument, okay, yes, you guys are nerds, and this is a nerd thing, but how is this going to apply to the chads, the jocks, people that are just all about sports? And, okay, sports cards are some of the most valuable pieces of art outside of actual art. They put Pokemon to shame. Sports cards, whether it's baseball, hockey, I don't know about basketball, or yeah, definitely basketball. It's got Michael Jordan in there. But the 79, Wayne Gretzky, Oki Tree. You have Babe Ruth. You have what was that one with the cigarettes? Not Ty Cobb. Wait, there was one guy. I think he played for the Cubs or Cardinals in like 1908 or whatever. He did not like smoking, and his card came in cigarette packs. And he says, "Take my card out. I don't want my name being associated with cigarettes. It's bad for kids. I don't want that." And that card is one of the rarest in baseball. People pay millions of dollars for that. Or Pokemon, no card has reached $1 million yet. There was something with an illustrator that went on with money and trade-in values like 900,000, but to my knowledge, no card has reached $1 million yet. Where it happens with sports all the time. So, just bringing this back from sports collectors are going to get into this. People that are able to see, like, again, sports guys, they like video games. I cannot tell you the amount of people that I served with in the military that just played FIFA. Like, it's the same freaking game every year, people. They play Madden, they play FIFA. If you're going to be able to play games in Veve, in the Veveverse, yes, you're going to get the Chads on board. And a lot of those Chads, a lot of those guys on Wall Street, whatever, they'll get in specifically just for the investment. You have so many people. You have people coming in for the games. You're going to have people coming in just for the Veveverse. You have nerds like us, people for the collectibles. A lot of people coming in strictly just for the investment. And that's just that. That's not including, like, there are some people still that don't know that at Comic-Con, you got really beautiful women dressing in not a lot of clothes. And as soon as I get some people that are like, oh, this is Comic-Con, what have I been missing out on? It's like, you see. And I guarantee you, this is something very rare. It's like when that guy told the cast of Friends after the first, middle of the first season, and they're all walking around the casino, and this guy's like, this is the last time you guys are going to be able to walk in a casino without everybody noticing you. So enjoy that. I hope you realize what this means. And they were never again able to walk around the casino. This is, in my opinion, again, NFTs are the future. This is Internet 2.0. Virtual real estate. Oh my God. Just in the Veveverse, in Earth 2. This is the best time to be alive. This is the best time, in my opinion, just to invest in these things. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Moving on here. E2 Treasure Hunt says, we are already using the tile system on E2. We may be the first functional game on E2. You've been a big inspiration for us. Thank you, E2 Treasure Hunts. They had something about Bitcoin Island the other day. I forget who was putting it on. There's something that had to do with Bitcoin. I forget what it was. Yeah, there's so, like, Ziggurat City. There's so many different people. that came to me, like say like, hey, can you mention? And I have in the past. I've mentioned a bunch of different people. Like again, it was harder when I was trying to work two businesses, but now it's much easier. I have time, so if anyone wants a quick shout out, like I don't need I'll shout you out. Just let me know. Comment down below. There's always people here. Shoot me a message, and I'll be like, oh, so these people are doing this, and I'll cover it. So news agency here. I cover all. Ricky Britt says, what percentage of OMI will be bought back, as Dan Lee has said 10% in one of his videos? I don't know. I think, I'm sorry, when I thought 10%, I thought 10% of like everything. I was like, that was a lot. But no, they haven't said yet. I think that for every 2 that they burn, it would make sense to buy one. Buy one for every 2 that they burn. Because if they started with double the amount of OMI, let's say there was 168 billion in the float, so about, let's say round up to 170, there's 340 billion inside of Earth 2, or I'm sorry, inside of the Veve app, then every 2 that they burn they should buy one back to replace it. So you could make the argument that they'll buy back 50%. So if they burned 5.6, let's say 5.8 billion, I think by next Thursday's drop will have over 6 billion. And if we have that, then we're going to, and if they do buy back one for every 2 that they burn, they're going to buy back 3 billion, which would be nice, especially considering somebody dumped like 711 million. I forget who it was, but somebody, I think it was one of the early investors or one of whoever, they had dumped 711 million tokens, which is a lot. That's like, figure, I don't know how much. So 2,000 is a million. So times 365, 2,000. So they put in about 365. No, 2,000 is 1 million. So they would need times 7. So about 1.4 million dollars. They sold it on, which is fine. They would have 2,000. So 365. I don't know. I can't do math right now. I will do math in the future. Actually, I have a pen. Yep. We're doing this right now. So we have 2,000 is 1 million OMI. So 770 million OMI. So that'd be times 770. So 2,000 times 770 million. You would have. So that's 2,000. So that is 14. So yeah, about 1.4 million, which is a lot. Again, just my opinion. So 1.4 million is a lot of money. So if they buy back 3 billion, man, all right. So times it by 4, they would buy back 1.4 times 3. Is $4.2 million. So $4.2 million worth of OMI they would have to buy back. I'm sorry that took so long. It's been a very long day. Clearly I'm dehydrated. I also had a weird thing with my plumbing last night. But anyway, that's what we have right now. Is the again, that's just my estimate though. If they only buy back 10%, then let's say 6 billion, then they buy back 600 million. And that's 1.2 million maybe dollars worth, which is not a ton. It's just what they're buying back, which is fine. If they only do 10%, I would be a little disappointed, just because I kind of want it higher. But again, they are going to have mass burn events. They're going to have 2 and 4x burn events. They're apparently not leaving any OMI on the table when they switch over to Immutable X, when they switch over to the exchange of the Ethereum blockchain. So my price points now will stay the same at 3 to 6 cents is my bear case, 10 cents is my base case, and 12 to 15 cents is my bull case end of year. And that is it. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry to the nomad with guitar. This is where I will end it for now, and check out my other streams, and I will hope that you guys had a good stream as well. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. That does mean the world to me. But doing that math just kicked the last energy I had out of me. So I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. Oh, Raythax with that $5 super chat. Girlfriend says goodnight, Dashi. And smooches, my bae. Mwah, love you. All right, goodbye, guys. I love you all. Thank you, Raythax, for that additional $5 super chat. And say goodnight to your girlfriend, too. All right, goodbye. Meow, meow.